Streschem, the little Belarusian shtetl on the banks of the Dnieper River. My great-great-great-grandfather, Zayde Zalman, used to keep a Kayfele Branfn, a barrel of whiskey, hidden under the hay in the barn. You could say it was tax-free. Oddly enough, the Yiddish word for hay is hay. So to follow this story, you need to know two things: the Yiddish word for hay and the Yiddish word for a barrel of brandy. So a Kayfele Branfn is?
A barrel of brandy.
Good. And hay is?
Hay.
Good. The year was 1898. My Zayde Zalman was almost 98 years old. My great-uncle Noyekh, who was then just 4 years old, had almost drowned in the Dnieper River not once, but twice. My great-grandmother Slava Riva was beside herself and traveled to the Rebbe in a Steipele to ask, what can she do to keep little Noyekh from drowning? If you want to save Noyekh's life, the Rebbe said, put him in cheder, in Hebrew school. So, at the tender age of 4, off to Hebrew school, Noyekh went, born on the shoulders of my great-great-great-grandfather, Zalman. Zalman was full with nachas, swelling with pride, that his little Noyekh was already a student. In class, the milamed, the teacher, would point to a Hebrew letter and the vowel sound underneath and ask each student to say the letter. Hersh, what is under the aleph? And Hersh would reply, Kamitz aleph o. Beryl, what's under the base? And Beryl would say, Segel base be. Well, it was Uncle Noyekh's turn. Zayde Zalman, watching from the back of the room, beamed as little Noyekh got ready. The milamed pointed to Noyekh's letter, the hay, and asked, Noyekh, what is under the hay? Noyekh was silent. He couldn't answer. Noyekh, the teacher said, tell us, what's under the hay? I can't tell you, said Uncle Noyekh. The teacher took his kanchik off the desk. Now, a kanchik is a form of discipline unique to the Eastern European shtetl classroom. It's a kind of a leather stick with two whip thongs coming out with little leather knots on the end. And he slapped it on the desk and looked menacingly at Uncle Noyekh and said, Noyekh, what is under the hay? Noyekh could see that he had no choice. Trembling, he looked back at Zayde Zalman and he looked at the teacher and he said, a Kayfele Branfn!